Is it working okay?
Yeah, that seems much better. Belle, is it okay on your end?
Yep, it's perfect.
Okay.
Great. So I just want to say hi, Anson. It's Lee Wolfson from Paramount Plus. Thanks so much
Hi.
for doing this interview today. You have Belle on the line, and Belle, you can take it away.
Hi, Anson. How are you?
Hi, Belle. I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing really good. I'm so excited to be talking with you today.
Well, I'm excited to be talking with you too.
I have to say, you have been really, really great on the show, and I'm loving it a lot.
Oh, thank you so much. That means a lot.
You're welcome. How did you get involved with becoming Captain Pike for Star Trek?
I auditioned. Just the normal process. I had been talking to them the year previous about Lorca, and they very wisely hired Jason Isaacs, and then they called me back the next year and say, "Hey, we got a new captain. Would you mind putting yourself on tape for it?" And I did, and then I didn't find out that it was Pike until after I got the job.
What made the producers like you so much?
Honestly, you'd have to ask them. It's still a quandary for me at times. I don't know. Uh, I hope they got it right. What's your shirt there? What's the Star Trek shirt you're wearing?
It's a regular shirt.
Is it an original? Is it
I'm not exactly sure. I picked it up at Kohl's store. They just had what they had available, and I knew I was going to be talking to you, so I grabbed a new shirt when I could.
I'm wearing my crew gift from Discovery.
I actually have some crew shirts from Discovery that they sent me last season or so.
Oh, cool.
Got a bunch of merchandise and a whole bunch of crew shirts, so they're all in my closet right now, hanging up.
Cool.
You were so beloved by the Star Trek Discovery fans that they pretty much wanted you to come back for your own series. How crazy is it that fans love your version of Christopher Pike so much?
It still boggles my mind, and I'm humbled by the reaction. I've never gotten a reaction like this to really anything I've done, and what the fans did for me really ended up not just giving me a job but changing my life. Um, it was with this that really it gave me the confidence to be able to have a family and do some of the normal things that you strive to do when you do this crazy job. When you become an actor, you realize that everything you're working for is to be able to do what a lot of other people take for granted, and that's given me it's given me um, it's given me a lot, my daughter included.
And you were not expecting that at all to happen when you joined, didn't you?
Oh no, I mean, you learn to try not to expect too much. You every job is you know every job is basically a casting problem. They've got a role, they don't know how to fill it, and your job is to come in and show them basically how you would fix that problem and what you'd want to do with it, and then you just let it go. And if they decide they like your answer to that problem, then they'll hire you, and then you go in and you do the best job that you can, and while maintaining a sense of pleasure and fun with it. And then sometimes people like it, sometimes people don't, and you learn not to focus too much on that and just move forward.
And you got to take up a role that other people have played before, like Jeffrey Hunter, who played Pike in the original series. What was
Yeah.
it like to take up the mantle of the Star Trek captain? Did Jeffrey Hunter's portrayal influence your acting for the role?
No, honestly, not much. I mean, obviously, I did went back and did my homework, but um, the 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 casting problem in this one was not that they needed somebody to play Captain Pike again. They needed somebody to play Captain Pike that's now in a different part of his life. So we had the younger, jaded, not sure of himself captain that Jeffrey Hunter did quite well, and they didn't want to revisit that. They wanted a different part of his career to be portrayed. So my job was to come in and play somebody who's moved beyond that, um, uh, while maintaining a reverence for what's already been laid down. I did meet Jeffrey's son. Chris came to Comic Con one year and met me and told me that he thought his father would have been happy with the casting, and that meant a lot.
What inspires you to play the role when you are playing the captain on the show?
Whoa, I mean, it's I don't need a lot of inspiration because I grew up a Trek fan, and so every day is a gift. When I realize that I'm still playing pretend like I did with it when I was a kid, and getting to do it for a living, um, and being supplied with a whole environment and in hundreds of people that are there to help support me playing make believe. It's just kind of it's a very strange job, and it's a wonderful job. Um, and of course, when I every time I meet fans like yourself, it drives home that it's not just another job, that it's important to a lot of different people for a lot of different things. Now, I have a question for you, that I've been wondering is, what inspires you to do this show?
Oh, I was doing this since I was 16. I I'm 24 now, but I just thought it would be a good idea at the time to start up a YouTube channel. And the next thing I know, I'm doing all these interviews that I have done with all these other celebrities and filmmakers. Um, Mostly just being a fan of movies is what inspired me to start my channel and start making my own movies. That's pretty much what the start of it. And
Yeah.
that's been something I wanted to do for a long time, and quite expanded over the years, considering the amount of interviews I have done, other than other
Wow.
contents that I post.
And who's the first big interview that you got?
I was a child actor named Octavian Cowell. He was on the Flash TV show.
Oh, cool, cool. And it's grown. Is it grown a lot? Is your fan base grown?
It's grown quite a lot in the last couple of years. I would get thousands of views for just a specific person I talked to.
Oh, wow. That's great.
I done some
Congratulations.
major franchise ones, and if I stay with that category, a lot of people will come in and watch that.
Oh, great. Good. Well, I hope a lot of people watch this one.
Thank you. I hope so too. I told a lot of people about it, and they're very excited to watch the chat.
Oh, cool. Cool.
And I gotta say, this was a question I was saving for later, but now that we're talking about it, I'm gonna jump in for it right now. In a recent episode, we'd heard Spock say that in Starfleet, I am accepted for who I am. And when I heard that, it really did hit me right in the feels, because I'm on the autism spectrum, and I have often felt the need to be accepted for just being me. So I see these characters in Star Trek in modern times, like the recent shows, and I feel like I can relate to all these characters compared to other franchises I have watched. What is it like to know that Star Trek fans can relate to these characters on a personal level?
Well, I think you hit the nail right on the head with the example that you just gave. I mean, Spock's a big one, right? Because
Yeah.
I think that we have a lot of a lot of fans that are neurodiverse, and Spock is really kind of an incredible um, vehicle into our world for those people. Um, he has emotions, but has trouble expressing them. He's in the world, but he's slightly removed. Um, he's very into his facts and his routine and his structure, right? And so I think a lot of people uh, can relate to that. But at the same time, he can do things that other people can't
Yeah.
on the ship. So he's a very important facet in the world. Um, I think that it's the I think it's just our ability to make these people human, um, and to see, that those moments when the the relationships become an intimate part of the solutions or the plots. Like I remember that I can't remember which episode it was, but that classic episode in TOS when everybody we thought that Spock had been killed. Kirk thinks Spock's killed, and then Spock shows up. Oh no, I'm sorry, it's the other way around. Spock thought that Kirk had been killed, and Kirk shows up, and then Leonard Nimoy has this explosion of joy for just a second, right?
Yeah.
And then it goes away. Um, I think that it's moments like that. Even though we're watching a quasi military outfit, the fact that it's that humanity that Starfleet the humanity is the secret ingredient in Starfleet. Or you can't say humanity because it's a multi-species organization, but the it's kind of universal empathy that we carry with us is the secret ingredient to what makes Starfleet work. Maybe.
And that's what I love about the new series, just how much representation it shows, and not just like autism and all that, but also in other communities as well. And that's what I think is so important to the audience members like me. And that's why I love you guys so much for what you're showing for us.
Well, it's a big part of it also is hope, isn't it? It's hope that, first of all, that we'll be here. Second of all, that we will have figured out a lot of our current problems and be working together with not just each other, but other, the galaxy at large. Um, and then also the hope that, um, yeah, that people will be taken as themselves more consistently in the future and seen for their diversity as strength. Yeah,
And that's something I feel is very important in the industry.
I do as well, and we're working on that. We're working hard on fixing some imbalances that we've had for a long time.
And I love that. So in the second season of Discovery, Pike gets a glimpse of his future, and obviously that's going to be quite a bit of a shock if and when it happens on the air. We see a bit of that in the very first episode of Strange New Worlds. Will there be more of that coming soon?
Well, I can't divulge anything that's coming down the pike. Ha ha ha. Uh, but we knew that we couldn't do Pike's story without taking that into account. So um, it is definitely um, a part of his character and a part of his reality that has to that we're trying not to sort of skirt around, but to deal with directly.
And besides sitting in the captain chair, what has been the most, oh my gosh, I'm in Star Trek moment for you?
Oh man. Um, I mean that's the big one is sitting in the captain's chair. I don't know. It's really it's great when your friends and loved ones can come and visit you on set. So they and sort of because we get used to the whole rigmarole of it, but when you have somebody there who's seen the cogs and the wheels turn for the first time, um, and seeing our sets are incredible. That's really special. It's been a little bit difficult in the time of COVID, as you can imagine, but
Yeah.
um, I really like being able to share the excitement with friends and family.
What you get to work with an incredible cast and crew. What is it like being on the set working alongside them?
We have a yeah, we have a really great cast and crew. Um, we have just really bonded as a cast. I took everybody axe throwing the other night. That was a lot of fun. Um, and I won the little tournament that they set up for us, and I got a teeny little trophy. And I took it to set just to rub it in.
Well,
But
just to wrap things up here, I also want to say congratulations on season 2 for Strange New Worlds.
oh, thanks, thanks.
When should we expect a release for that one?
Um, I'm not sure. I'm not sure that that's even been determined. There are people that get paid a lot more money than I do who exclusively work to figure out stuff like this, and they take into account everything from the competition to holidays to weather patterns. It takes a little bit of a time to figure that out, but when we know, you'll know.
Well, I definitely look forward to many more episodes to come. And I'm very glad that we got to talk today, Anson. It was really quite an honor to be talking with you.
Yeah, you as well, Belle. Thank you so much for having me on. I do appreciate it. Let's do it again.
Absolutely. I'll get in touch with Lee and we'll go from there later.
Great, and you should interview Ethan, I think.
Yeah, I'll send her the link and I'll tag you on social media and we'll go from there.
Okay. All right. Talk to you soon.
Talk to you soon. Have a great
Bye.
weekend.
You too. Bye bye.
Bye.